Hello, all you people. My name is Belle, as most of you know. I'm kicking off this vlog series, Becoming Mom, to let you join me in my first pregnancy journey. I am now in my second trimester. This is week 22. I'm actually just a couple days right now, as I'm recording this, to 23. So it's about 5 months along now. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about my first trimester too in this first video, especially since it is the first video and now I gotta remember it all. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was about 6 weeks along and I felt great, excited, a little nervous, tired, but I was really just about what everyone was going to say and how they were going to react when they found out, especially my grandparents, all the grandparents to be. Of course, I need to shout out my friend Reagan, who helped me immediately. She was the first person to know that it was even possible because she looked at me one day and went, "Are you?" And I said, "I don't know." And she's like, "Okay, I gotcha." So thanks so much to you for everything you've done to help me through it all. Um, Everyone was very supportive, and my husband was, of course, excited to hear he was going to be a dad. That nice, fuzzy feeling lasted, what, couple of weeks maybe? Then came the nausea. I think it was about 2 weeks straight at least. I was unable to keep any of my food down. It was so bad, y'all. Oh my gosh. I think I lost about 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks, which I definitely had the weight to lose, so it wasn't like a huge deal, but yeah, that wasn't a fun part. I had full day sickness. I don't know why they call it morning because it doesn't stay in the morning for everybody. It might as well just be called pregnancy sickness. So dealing with that wasn't fun. And I had to call out of work for those weeks because I literally couldn't stand, walk, move without needing to go lose my whatever it was I had managed to eat in that day. Um, Sometimes peppermint oil worked and then it stopped working, the smell of it. And then small snacks through the day worked and then it stopped working. So it was just a challenge to say the least. Um, yeah. But luckily, it got calmer and I could start eating food again as I got closer to the second week or trimester. As I get closer to the second trimester. Then came the cruise. My husband and I celebrated our second wedding anniversary with a cruise we planned early last year. Had a bit of trouble keeping the food down a bit on the really rocky days, but overall it wasn't too bad. The hardest part while I was there was the exhaustion that kept hitting me in the face. I was so tired all the time. Still am, really. But that's a pretty generic and quick look at my first trimester. Overall, not too bad. Cutting now, I recently had my first OB appointment, which is really late in the game, so thank God my OB was willing to help me out. She actually helped my mom when she was pregnant with my youngest brothers, who are now 13 and 10, which is a cool little thing. Here's a few photos of my baby now, little baby, whatever it is. I will be doing a gender reveal, which I will gladly post here during Valentine's weekend. And I think there are just so many cool things that I've been discovering about the woman's body and its ability to create and grow and how it relates to the man that you created with and all of that kind of stuff. And I now have a new favorite thing to do. I like to stare at my stomach and wait for the tiny little unnatural looking peep, 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 peeps. And it's funny because they said it would feel like butterflies or flutterings, but I don't know if it's because of my sensory processing disorder or what, but I think I might have skipped that portion because it just straight up feels like soft little kicks and punches. Kind of like a more determined heartbeat without the beat part of it. Um, but yeah, I did not feel those little flutterings. And if I did, I didn't notice that I did. But again, I don't know if that was just me. I know some people, especially with their first pregnancy, kind of don't notice it at first and then eventually do. And I think that's kind of where I was at. I still get a little sick in the mornings, but typically, if I make sure to eat something not long after waking up, I'm fine for the rest of the day. And speaking of eating, that's been interesting too. I can't sit down to eat a meal and finish it or anything, which is, you know, I've heard is a normal thing since your stomach is being squished and not where it used to be. But I'm also always hungry till I eat, and then like a little bit later I'm hungry again. So like, I'll sit down, I'll start to eat a burger and I'm like, "Oh, a third through the burger, I'm like, I'm done. I am done. I am full stuffed. We are good to go." And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, that burger is sounding good again. But I was so stuffed like not 5 minutes ago. What in the world? So that's very odd and it's interesting. But you know, another odd thing that I've noticed is where my stomach rumbles now. It was kind of proof to me that things are moving around inside. Because basically, I'm trying to make sure you can kind of see. So, my stomach, usually, around your belly button, kind of is where it rumbles usually. It's up here now. It's like in a completely different area. That is a very odd feeling, I think. I don't think I've ever felt like that before. Very odd. So, to tie it all up, there's a few things I'm going to do or trying to do as I'm moving forward with this baby. Like I said at the beginning, I'm excited to share this journey with you, and depending on how things go, would love to continue this series at least a little bit after the baby is born, who we've been calling Froggy because the first picture looked like a little frog, and now he jumps around a lot. I say he. I think it's a he. We'll find out soon. But that's all for now, though. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!